gods seek Ganesha's help. Talasur had become overconfident. He was sure that none could kill him. Soon he conquered Amravati. He imprisoned several gods while some succeeded in fleeing. Talasur became like a dictator. With his cruelty increasing day by day, the gods decided to visit Brahma. As they knew, he had given the boon of power to Talasur. Brahma was very disappointed to find out that Talasur had conquered Amravati and was torturing every living creature. He felt very bad when he realized that it all happened because of his boon. He said, "Indra, only an elephant can kill Talasur according to the boon. I suggest you all to approach Ganesha. He can easily defeat the demon as he has the head of an elephant." The gods then went to Ganesha and explained their misery. They requested him to kill Talasur. Ganesha assured them that he would definitely kill the demon and left for Amravati. Ganesha humbles Talasur. Ganesha reached Amravati and challenged Talasur for a fight. Talasur, under the sense of superiority, accepted the challenge. He even mocked how such a small fat creature could fight against him. He thought he would easily defeat Ganesha. But as the fight progressed, Ganesha seemed to overpower Talasur. He caught the demon in his trunk and smashed him on the ground. Talasur became unconscious. When Talasur came back to his senses, he realized that Ganesha had an elephant's head. He thought, "I won't be able to defeat Ganesha, so I had better surrender and save my life." He immediately fell at Ganesha's feet and asked for forgiveness. He admitted that he had used his powers for destruction and he was repenting for that. Ganesha decided to forgive Talasur, but kept certain conditions before him. He ordered, "Talasur, you should at once leave Amravati and spend your life peacefully in the netherworld." Finally, Talasur left Amravati and the gods got their abode back. The terror of Analasur. Yamraj, the god of death, ruled the city named Yam. He was fond of dance and music. Once, he held a grand event of music and dance. He invited several kings. A beautiful dancer named Tilottama caught Yamraj's attention. Soon, Tilottama gave birth to a child. The child grew up to become a ferocious demon named Anala. His voice had the power to twitch earth while his eyes could emit fire. He created havoc around the world. People used to run for their lives on seeing him. He conquered all the three worlds quite easily. The entire universe was terrorized by him. The gods were not spared either. There was terror all around. Indra tried to defeat Analasur several times, but in vain. The worried gods approached Vishnu for help. Vishnu said, "Only Ganesha can help us in this case, so let us worship him." Ganesha swallows Analasur. The terrified gods started worshipping Ganesha. They prayed with utmost dedication. They knew if Vishnu had said that Ganesha could help them, then it must be true. They wanted to get rid of Analasur anyhow. Ganesha heard their prayers and appeared before them. He listened to all their woes and said, "All right, I shall help you all. Do not worry." Ganesha then transformed himself into a small boy and headed towards Analasur's abode. The demon approached Ganesha slowly, while his eyes emitted fire. The surroundings around Ganesha were reduced into ashes within seconds. Ganesha stood bravely in front of Analasur. The demon, on seeing Ganesha, started laughing loudly. He said, "So this small creature is going to fight against me and defend the gods? Let us see." Analasur started shooting fireballs at Ganesha. but he stood unscathed. A surprised Analasur then opened his mouth wide enough to swallow Ganesha. Ganesha showed his huge avatar and in turn gulped Analasur at one go. This was the end of the fire demon Anala. The delighted gods rained flowers down on Ganesha.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.